Welcome to the Bitcoin Maximalist podcast, where we celebrate the one true chain. I'm Autumn, and I'm pumped to dive into all things Bitcoin today.
That's right, Autumn. I'm Darren, and we've got a powerhouse episode lined up. Bitcoin is soaring at $108,797. Corporate adoption is exploding, and we're going to roast some altcoins later. Let's get started.
Absolutely, Darren. First up, market updates. Bitcoin has smashed through $108,000, showing incredible strength. This isn't just a pump, it's a fundamental shift as more institutions recognize Bitcoin's value as digital gold.
Exactly. The momentum is undeniable. We're seeing sustained buying pressure with ETFs accumulating Bitcoin daily. The halving effects are kicking in, and scarcity is driving this rally. This is what happens when sound money meets global demand.
Now let's talk corporate adoption. Companies are waking up to Bitcoin's treasury potential. Strategy, the Australian gaming giant, just added Bitcoin to their balance sheet following the MicroStrategy playbook.
And Metaplanet, the Japanese firm, made headlines by adopting Bitcoin as a reserve asset. They're hedging against yen weakness and inflation. It's a smart move that more corporations will emulate.
Don't forget Prenetics, the biotech company, jumping on board. This trend is accelerating because Bitcoin offers a non-correlated asset that protects against monetary debasement. It's becoming a corporate standard.
Shifting to regulatory developments, we're seeing positive strides. The SEC is slowly warming up to Bitcoin ETFs, and clarity is improving globally. This regulatory maturity is crucial for mainstream adoption.
Yes, and while there are still hurdles, the direction is clear. Bitcoin is being recognized as a legitimate asset class. Countries like El Salvador continue to lead, and others are taking note. Regulation isn't a threat, it's an endorsement.
Now for technical network health. Bitcoin's hash rate is at all-time highs, meaning unparalleled security. The network has never been stronger, with millions of nodes ensuring decentralization.
Layer 2 solutions like Lightning Network are scaling transactions, making Bitcoin fast and cheap for daily use. This technical robustness is why Bitcoin stands alone. No altcoin comes close to this level of security and decentralization.
Which brings us to the altcoin roast. Time to call out the pretenders. Let's start with Solana, the so-called Ethereum killer that's more like Ethereum patient. Frequent outages, centralization, and vaporware promises.
Solana's downtime is legendary. It's like a bank that closes randomly. Would you trust your money there? And the tokenomics are inflationary, diluting holders. Bitcoin's fixed supply is king.
Then there's the rest of the altcoin circus. Meme coins with no utility, governance tokens that centralize power, and ICOs that rug pull. Bitcoin doesn't need fancy features. It does one thing perfectly: be sound money.
Well said, Darren. Altcoins are distractions at best and scams at worst. Bitcoin's simplicity is its strength. It's open, permissionless, and secure. Everything money should be.
To wrap up, Bitcoin's future is brighter than ever. With price appreciation, corporate adoption, and technical excellence, it's the only crypto that matters. Stay focused on Bitcoin and ignore the noise.
Thanks for tuning in, Maximalists. Keep stacking sats, and we'll see you next time. Remember, there's no second best. Welcome back to the Bitcoin Maximalist podcast. I'm Autumn, and we're continuing our deep dive into the world's most important monetary network. Today, we're going to explore Bitcoin's technical foundations, its economic implications, and why it represents the most significant monetary innovation since the invention of money itself.
That's right, Autumn. I'm Darren, and we're going to unpack what makes Bitcoin truly revolutionary. We'll discuss the proof-of-work consensus mechanism, the importance of mining decentralization, and how Bitcoin's fixed supply creates a fundamentally different monetary system than anything we've seen before.
Let's start with Bitcoin's core innovation, the blockchain. This isn't just a database, it's a timestamp server that creates an immutable record of transactions. Every block builds on the previous one, creating a chain of cryptographic proof that makes Bitcoin incredibly secure and tamper-resistant.
And this security isn't theoretical. It's backed by the world's most powerful computing network. Bitcoin's hash rate represents more energy than many countries consume, all dedicated to securing the network. This proof-of-work system makes attacks economically infeasible, which is why Bitcoin has never been successfully hacked at the protocol level.
Now, let's talk about Bitcoin's monetary policy. The 21 million coin limit isn't arbitrary. It's mathematically enforced. This fixed supply creates absolute scarcity, making Bitcoin the hardest money ever created. Unlike fiat currencies that can be printed endlessly, Bitcoin's supply schedule is predictable and transparent.
The halving events every 4 years are crucial to understanding Bitcoin's value proposition. Each halving cuts the block reward in half, reducing the new supply entering the market. This built-in supply shock creates natural price appreciation pressure, which is why we see these incredible bull cycles.
But Bitcoin isn't just about price. It's about sovereignty. For the first time in history, individuals can truly own their wealth without relying on third parties. Your Bitcoin keys are your property, and no government or bank can freeze or confiscate them. This is financial freedom on a global scale.
This sovereignty extends to the unbanked populations worldwide. Over 1.7 billion people lack access to traditional banking, but with a smartphone and internet connection, they can participate in the global economy through Bitcoin. This is particularly transformative in countries with hyperinflation or capital controls.
Let's discuss Bitcoin's energy narrative. Critics often attack Bitcoin's energy consumption, but they miss the bigger picture. Bitcoin mining incentivizes renewable energy development and helps stabilize power grids. Miners act as energy buyers of last resort, turning wasted energy into monetary security.
Exactly. Bitcoin mining is increasingly powered by renewable sources, with estimates showing over 50% comes from sustainable energy. More importantly, Bitcoin provides a global public good, secure, decentralized money that justifies its energy use. Compare it to the energy consumed by traditional banking systems, and Bitcoin looks incredibly efficient.
Now let's explore Bitcoin's role as digital gold. Gold has served as a store of value for thousands of years, but it has limitations. It's difficult to transport, verify, and divide. Bitcoin improves upon gold in every way. It's easily transferable globally, cryptographically verifiable, and infinitely divisible.
The digital gold narrative becomes even more compelling when you consider generational wealth transfer. Younger generations are more comfortable with digital assets than physical gold. As wealth transfers to digital native generations, Bitcoin stands to capture significant value from gold's market capitalization.
Let's talk about Bitcoin's network effects. Metcalfe's law suggests that a network's value increases with the square of its users. Bitcoin has the strongest network effect in crypto, with millions of users, developers, and businesses building on top of it. This creates a powerful moat that no altcoin can overcome.
The developer ecosystem around Bitcoin is another strength. While some criticize Bitcoin's conservative development approach, this actually protects users. Changes are carefully vetted and implemented slowly to avoid breaking the network. This contrasts with altcoins that frequently hard fork or introduce risky upgrades.
Layer 2 solutions are expanding Bitcoin's utility without compromising its security. The Lightning Network enables instant, nearly free transactions for everyday use. This two-layer approach, secure base layer with scalable second layers, is how Bitcoin achieves both security and usability.
Bitcoin's censorship resistance is another critical feature. Transactions can't be blocked based on political views, geographic location, or economic status. This makes Bitcoin particularly valuable for people living under authoritarian regimes or facing financial discrimination.
Now, let's address common misconceptions about Bitcoin. Some claim it's too volatile to be useful, but volatility decreases as adoption increases. Early-stage assets naturally experience price discovery, and Bitcoin's volatility has been trending downward over time as market capitalization grows.
Another misconception is that Bitcoin is only for criminals. This narrative ignores that cash remains the preferred medium for illicit activities. Bitcoin's transparent blockchain actually makes it easier to trace transactions than cash. Legitimate use cases far outweigh any illegal activity.
Bitcoin's role in portfolio diversification is becoming increasingly recognized. As a non-correlated asset, Bitcoin can improve risk-adjusted returns in traditional portfolios. Institutional adoption through ETFs has made Bitcoin more accessible to mainstream investors seeking diversification benefits.
The macroeconomic environment strongly favors Bitcoin. With unprecedented money printing, rising inflation, and growing sovereign debt, Bitcoin offers an escape from currency debasement. It's the only asset with a perfectly inelastic supply. No matter how much demand increases, the supply remains fixed.
Bitcoin's educational aspect is often overlooked. Learning about Bitcoin forces people to understand monetary history, economics, and technology. This financial literacy benefit extends beyond Bitcoin itself, creating more informed citizens who understand how money works.
The philosophical implications of Bitcoin are profound. It represents a shift from trust-based systems to truth-based systems. Instead of trusting central banks to manage money properly, Bitcoin offers mathematical certainty. This aligns with the Enlightenment values of reason and individual sovereignty.
Bitcoin's resilience through multiple market cycles demonstrates its staying power. It has survived government bans, exchange hacks, regulatory uncertainty, and intense criticism. Each challenge has made Bitcoin stronger, proving its anti-fragile nature.
The global nature of Bitcoin creates a level playing field. Anyone with internet access can participate, regardless of nationality, wealth, or social status. This democratization of finance has the potential to reduce global inequality by providing equal access to sound money.
Bitcoin's simplicity is its ultimate strength. While altcoins promise complex features and smart contracts, Bitcoin focuses on doing one thing perfectly, being sound money. This focus prevents feature creep and maintains the network's security and reliability.
As we look to the future, Bitcoin's potential is limitless. It could become the global reserve currency, a settlement layer for international trade, or the foundation for a new financial system. What's certain is that Bitcoin has started a monetary revolution that cannot be stopped.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Bitcoin's fundamentals. Remember that Bitcoin isn't just an investment, it's a movement toward financial freedom, individual sovereignty, and sound money. Keep learning, keep stacking sats, and stay maximalist.